Yo, what's up? A question many of you have been asking me on some of my most successful videos were related to the jackets I was wearing or my wardrobe more generally. Therefore, now that winter's almost over, I decided to make a short video about my winter wardrobe, but mostly my winter jacket system. But let's quickly breeze through what I will be wearing on your average winter day. For the pants, I usually wear 511 Defender Flex Slim pants. If you want to see more about these, you should watch my video about how I carry my EDC, linked up above. The Defender Flex pants are fairly heavy and not all that breathable, which makes them great for colder temperatures, but unbearable during the summer months. But I guess I will make a separate video about my spring or summer wardrobe when spring finally arrived, if you're interested. Since I currently work as a legal counsel/lawyer, I have to keep it somewhat formal, even though our company's dress code is pretty chill overall. So I mostly stick to wearing some kind of a shirt with a jumper. I organize and buy my colors so that pretty much everything goes with everything else. That makes choosing an outfit in the morning far easier and frees up headspace for more important stuff. Good times. If the occasion calls for it, I might break out a blazer and a tie combo every now and then, but it's rare that I have to fully suit up. For my shoes, in the winter I usually go with some kind of a boot. Mostly either a lighter leather half-cut that mimics the look of an actual dress shoe, or with a more heavy-duty boot, mostly by Timberlands, if it's really cold or snowy outside. For socks, I always go with merino wool, no exceptions there. With that out of the way, let's get into the jackets I wear during the colder months. There are basically two types of jacket systems here. First off is my layering system, which is incredibly versatile, and then there's my Parka, which is a lot heavier and less packable, but it will keep me warm no matter what. We usually experience temperatures between +5 and -5 degrees Celsius where I live, with the occasional dip down to -15. So that's a lot of ground to cover, even though I realize that those are mild temperatures compared to what folks over in Canada or other parts of the world have to endure. For those more mild days, I usually wear layers, meaning that I wear an insulated jacket that will keep me warm, but is neither wind nor waterproof, and if there's too much wind or it's starting to rain, a hardshell waterproof windbreaker layer on top of that. For my mid layer, I alternate between the Wellensteyn Molecule, which looks great in my opinion, but doesn't pack down too much and is quite bulky overall, and the Patagonia Nano Puff, which is incredibly light and actually warmer than the Wellensteyn, but in my opinion doesn't look as good when worn without another layer on top. If I lost both of these today, I would probably still only buy the Patagonia again. There's nothing wrong with the Molecule, and it's a ridiculously popular jacket here in Germany, but the Patagonia is definitely the better, more high-tech, more comfortable and more versatile jacket of the two. I've only had this myself for a few months, but I already love it to death, so I highly recommend it. As a top layer, I wear the Marmot Minimalist Rain Jacket. Previously I used the Parka Stormcloud as a hardshell layer, and that is still a great and very robust jacket that I would absolutely recommend, but I just love the Minimalist by Marmot even more. The way this jacket removes you from your surroundings is just insane. If I wear this combined with the Nano Puff, wind and rain, even at colder temperatures, don't mean anything to me anymore. I had a very surreal experience a couple of days ago where I got out of my car in the morning, which indicated half a degree above freezing with rain and heavy winds howling outside. So when I stepped out of the car, I braced for the worst, but nothing happened. I could feel the wind pushing like waves against my chest, hear the rain splashing against my hood, and my hands immediately started to freeze, but other than that, nothing. So I put on my Marmot leather gloves and carried on. It felt almost like experiencing my surroundings through the window of a moving car. I knew that I was in the midst of a storm, but I felt far removed from it. But anyway, I absolutely recommend that jacket. If you want to see a crazy madman wearing that thing under a waterfall in freezing temperatures, I have a video linked below in the description for you. Lastly, there's my Wellensteyn Kodiacs. I usually only break this guy out when it's below freezing, simply because it's too heavy and too warm for anything above 0 degrees Celsius. I am about 6 feet tall and really not that slim, but I had to buy this guy in size small, because medium looked like a tent on me. The small one fits tight however, almost too tight, but I just have to roll with that. This jacket is a looker in my opinion, and people keep asking me about it all the time. Also, it's really warm. I once wore this out in the winter at -15 degrees Celsius and had to scrape the ice off my car's windows. I got so hot after a couple of minutes that I had to open the jacket up to let some of that freezing cold air get in, but it didn't even get uncomfortable then. As long as your body is producing heat, this jacket is incredible at not letting that heat escape. In turn, that does however mean that if you wear this when leaving the house in the morning while it's freezing cold, you are fine. But if the temperatures climb above freezing when the sun comes out, you will be miserable for the rest of the day, which is usually why I choose to wear my layering system. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope this was interesting to you, and please let me know if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. I find these kinds of videos interesting, but at the same time I don't want to bore you to death if this is not your cup of tea. Oh, and on a personal note, for March I will try to do an experiment, where I will try to post 3 videos a week for the whole month. So for March, there will be a new video up every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, and we'll see where it will take us from there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video if you think this might be interesting for anyone you know. Until next time, take care.